for the spinners as well, so sides winning the toss probably would want to chase. One change for the Muzaffarabad Tigers. Left-arm spinner Arsalan Arif has been rested and bringing in fast bowler Usman Arshad. Two changes for the Rawalakot Hawks. Injured MS Shehzad out and Sahabzada Farhan comes in, and also leaving out Waqas Maqsood and bringing in Mohammad Irfan Jr. At the toss, Mohammad Hafiz from Muzaffarabad Tigers won the toss and decided to field first. Let's join the action as Rawalakot Hawks come out to bat.
Where Mohammad Hafiz has been so impressive. He wants to lead from the front.
That's a big stroke. Out to leg side, there's no one back, and that is maximum. That's what gets the Hawks underway this evening. He's flicked this square this time. That's excellent use of the wrists.
And this time Mohammad Hafiz straying down the leg side. And Bismillah had no problem.
Good delivery, good shot as well. That wasn't a bad ball by any means, and it's gone for four.
Good looking shot by Umar Amin. Much needed for him, much needed for the Hawks, who have been asked to bat first in this important final.
Full toss, and that wasn't the best of deliveries, but Bismillah just punched it for four.
And you can sense that the teams are playing. Muzaffarabad is the home team, because when there's a four, there's not as much.
Oh, he's helped it on its way. That's a clever stroke. You try to follow him, and four is the result.
Should go for four. That's a wrong line on the legs, and it's been put away. So the runs are important. That Umar Amin. Had to take that risk, but that's a good shot. Completely in control, ends the power play with the boundary. 45 for now. That's hit high in the air. That was a bad ball, and had to be hit, had to be put away. Good catch in the crowd.
12 play has been a very conventional batting by the Hawks, but it's working for them. Steady start, they're building on it. And the first ball of Hafiz, second over, Umar Amin putting the pressure.
It's going down. Oh, he's giving him out. For a moment in real time, Monet looked like missing leg. But that's the end of Umar Amin, and that's first blood for Tigers.
Yeah, I went with the arm. So we saw the first one, he went slow and a bit shorter. And Amin had time to hit him over the wicket for six. And this one, quicker with the arm. Just have a look how that skids on. And if anything, obviously the umpire feeling that's grazing leg stump. But mighty close. I'm not so sure about that, but he's happy, he's got his man. As Amin walked off, he was sort of pointing that he maybe should have tried to play that a bit straighter, but looking at that evidence, he was playing the right shot. But he departs for 23. The Hawks lose their first wicket on 53. Goes downtown, it's straight up. Somebody going to get there. Could be a collision, and it's taken. Sam Amir running into Sohail. Good catch in the end, and the pressure to hold on Bismillah there. Could have been a serious injury, but both having a laugh there.
Yeah, Osama Mir did everything to make Sohail Akhtar drop that catch. He's asked for it, he's gone into him. Look at that, he snatched it out of his hands. He did every possible thing to disturb Sohail Akhtar, but they've managed it. In that noise, not hearing each other's calls, but they finally got rid of the second opener. Bismillah goes for 30, 53 for 2.
Once again, using his feet in the air, taken, man in form, box back to the pavilion, and the captain Mohammad Hafiz doing a grand job for his side.
It's not quite going to plan, Captain. Look at that, he's such a smart bowler. He knew the moment that he'd hit it, that wasn't going to be enough.
And Anwar Ali, safe as house. Doesn't drop many, he's rejected. Short stay comes to an end. Scored 5. It's 61 for 3 now.
مرحبا، هذا هو هواوي ميت اكس اس 2 الجديد. تقدر تنزل كل تطبيقاتك المفضلة. تخيلوا مشاهدة مقاطع فيديو على شاشة بهذا الحجم. حتى الدردشة ومشاركة الملفات في الواتساب صارت وايد أسهل. والاتجاهات وايد أوضح لما تستخدم جوجل مابس. تجربة الألعاب مثل ببجي وغيرها تجربة خيالية مع هذه الشاشة. تقدر تنزل كل تطبيقاتك المفضلة من الآب جاليري.
A little bit more to the right. Looking super, kid.
I am Batman.
I'm Batman.
No, I am Batman.
No, I'm Batman.
Right now, you can only get what's available. I could so easily have found that balance. So he's left off where he started where he left off yesterday. 10 gone, 68 for 3.
Shot delivery. Oh, dropped. Sohail Akhtar didn't have to move. Should have been taken. Oh, took a lot of chance and managed the boundary. Boundary to end the over. After 12, it's 85 for 3. Hawks.
Kashif, he knows how to do it. He's got plenty of experience heading out to that area of the field last night. Sobzada, he's the man that's on strike. Pardon me. That is just like Kashif was hitting it last night. He hit it many a mile. Oh, he's knocked him over. What a start for Iqbal. The crowd is going nuts. That is a dream bowling change. It has worked immediately. What a call by Muhammad Hafiz.
Try left leg to go over middle and the hard legs. The service, fast delivery. Tries to go straight. His head's all over the place, out of the line. But credit to the bowler. That's what his captain asked him to do. Top of off stump and it goes karting out of the ground.
These are teammates, these two, the bowler, batsman. They know each other well, and he's going to have a long story for him. But he is on his way. Sobzada, he's gone for 28 now. The Hawks, 97 for 4. There's a big shot. And that is not coming back anytime soon, that one. Kashif, last night he picked on that area in particular and hit many of his maximums down there. And this is what they need. They need boundaries, and they need a couple of them every over here now. Oh, he's got him! It's all over. He's knocked him over. Once again, the stumps have been disturbed, and Usama gets a wicket with the last ball of his spell. Richly deserved success for the man.
Well, he certainly put up his hand early for a man of the match, perhaps even a man of the tournament, as Usama Mir goes on that length that we've been accustomed to him hitting. Back of a length, slides in, and Danish not having his best moment in the middle. A big hoik that he missed, and unfortunately his chance to make an impact in the final with a bat is over.
He's hit it airborne, and that's great placement. There wasn't much of a gap between extra cover and mid-off, but he's found it.
He finds the gap, and despite of probably brushing the fingers of that diving fielder, still gets a boundary. Good shot from Imran Randhawa. Inside edge, boundary.
Again, boundary of the first ball, and that's what Hawks need at the moment. This time Kashif Ali being...
He's hit that well. First 2 balls, 10 runs. Kashif said that at the post-match presentation, that's the way of doing it. Attack the bowler in the first few deliveries. Slow one, and that passes Wasim Jr. Probably this is the big over we were looking for. 16 of the first 4. He does smoke that. That's the biggest one of the lot.
Kashif Ali is some serious talent. He knows when to change gears, which bowler to attack. 291 sixes in the tournament now, overall. Again, but this time no chance for the third fielder. Edged for 4.
Yeah, you go hard at it, and you'll have the chances of the ball flying over the third man or just past him. And that's a good shot. That will beat the fielder. No, that's caught. Sohaib Maqsood just walks a few steps outside the 30-yard circle and grabs the big fish. But has he done the damage already? 54 of 28. Edge gone for 4. You can't do anything about those. They will swing their bat at everything. Could be the first. No, they sweep a cover. Come back for 2. Imran was in 2 minds. Should I face the last ball? Oh, he's run out. Will that bring Shahid Afridi for the last ball? 168 for 6. Full toss. We'll keep running. Come back. No, he hasn't even reached his partner. So that's a single. That's a good over. So they end up with 169 for 7 in 20 overs. 170 is the target for the Muzaffarabad Tigers to lift the trophy. Will they do that?
At the end of the 20 overs, Rawalakot Hawks did not have a very brisk power play. Managed 169 for 7 once again. Kashif Ali brilliant with the bat, 54 of 28 deliveries. And up in the order, 30 from Bismillah Khan helped them to post 169. Bowlers bowled very well, especially with the spinners being economical. The captain, Hafiz, 2 for 26 in his 3 overs, 2 for Osama Mir in his 4 overs, giving 25, and a wicket apiece from Wasim Jr. and Arshad Iqbal. To win the final, the target for Muzaffarabad Tigers, 170.
Oh, nicely timed. That was so pleasing on the eyes. Effortless cover drive from the left-hander. Now on the outside, just helping the ball on its way. 2 boundaries already in this over. Oh yes, this pitch is so good. Now the ball is sliding onto the bat even more. Easy as you like. Wow, great timing. No fuss in that stroke, just sheer timing. Edged, no slip, 4 runs. That was the ball. Hawks needed early wickets. Intention wasn't there from the captain to tell the batsman, I'm coming after you. So, there you go. You allowed the young man to free his arm, and that's this is what you get.
Well, you've got to control your emotions in a final more than ever. There's a lot at stake, a lot of adrenaline. I think with that first ball, Irfan Jr. in the air, straight through the man at cover. That was a bullet of a shot from Muhammad Hafiz, slightly overpitched. And Irfan Jr., 3 legal deliveries, 12 of the overs so far. He's feeling it out there.
Earned in line, and you can't afford to earn in line when you're bowling to Muhammad Hafiz. Enhancing the pictures. Oh, good bouncer, very good bouncer, well directed. And zipped through. Was trouble for the batter and also the wicket keeper. After 4, it's a great start. 45 without loss.
That this match should be theirs. And with a bit of help with an inside edge here and there.
Get it!
Out! Well. Hafiz, the danger man, just got a boundary looking to go over the top. And is this a turning point for the Hawks? We've seen what an influence throughout this tournament Asif and Shahid have really had on their team's success. This is not over yet.
This was not needed from Hafiz. He had got a boundary of the first ball. This time using the feet, couldn't middle it from the toe end of the bat. And Sahibzada Farhan doing nothing wrong there. Hafiz has to go back on 29. Muzaffarabad 54 for 1. It's been an absolute pleasure knowing you and working with you, and with this, there's another 4.
Thank you, Sana, and yeah, that's just a lovely little worked shot through the onside. That has found the gap perfectly between those 2 fielders. Again, it's not the usual Shahid through the crease, that pivot, not there, over that front leg, found that length, and this has gone up. There is a man. No, it's gone all the way. So Shahid Afridi, 11 off the first 3. The man is injured, and it does look a battle for him right now.
They are careful, and this kind of batting, again Zishan Ashraf taking on the spinner with the spin out of the park.
That's hit hard into the crowd of the Muzaffarabad supporters.
Zishan, have a bit of that. Tell you what, the inaugural edition, the first of it. Oh, he's chopped it on. Googly, it was almost bounced twice, it looked like, and he chopped it on. He had no pace on it at all and hit the bottom of the stumps. Disappointing in for Zishan.
Just get a feeling he was not really sure if it's another wrong one. He's trying to close the face of the bat on that and gets an inside edge onto the stumps. Have a look at that. Reading off the wicket. Yeah, and just in 2 minds, showing him the way. Well played, Zishan Ashraf, for the last time in the KPL. He's batted well for his side, giving them starts. 9 gone, 88 for 2.
Wonderful shot, he hit that so late. He's not happy. He's not happy at all.
Oh, got it! Right through. That's what they wanted. Game on.
Oh, there's plenty left in the old dog yet. I tell you what, his back's a bit sore, but he has bowled an absolute crackerjack.
Oh, got him off some bout. Rawalakot Hawks are creeping their way into the final once again.
It is not the shot you want to be playing on a wicket that's going low and slow. And he's chopped it on, and we've seen a few bowling changes in this game. And first ball, right on the money. Look at him. revving the boys up. You've got a chance here.
I told you, had a feeling something's got to give, something's coming. Again, inside edge, a nothing shot. Sohail Akhtar has to walk. Four are back in the dugout. They've started believing they can come back into this game now. 2 for him, 97 for 4.
You've blown it.
Well, we know we can clear the boundary on the leg side, but via Sohail showing us a bit of deft touch there. Airborne slashes at it this time. Well, the ball before we said the bowler was a little bit unlucky, but that one not good enough. We can't bowl wide and short on any wicket, but this one you will get punished. Well, it's slow, it's gone up in the air. Could this be taken? Yes, it is. We knew there's going to be a chance. Now we'll have to catch a couple. And a much improved fielding performance in the second half by the Hawks. Well, there you have it, Daryl. You went slow, back of the length, and tucked him up for length. A lot of credit to the bowler, a lot of nerve to produce that in these circumstances.
The key was there, the clue was that he put third man back behind point. We were thinking perhaps he's going to bowl the short ball, but with one leg and a short third man, backward point went back. It's such a risky ball, but it's worked out for him. He got that line spot on. Tucked him up, as you say, Mornay. I wasn't going to believe it was out until that catch was taken. We've seen a few being put down, but oh, it's all happening here for the Hawks. Wow, I would have thought this would have happened. Anwali gone for 7.
That's hit hard, cleared everything. Oh, what a nasty blow under pressure from Wasim Jr. Oh, he's the man to handle the pressure, isn't he? He's proved big time and again. Up the hand, even bigger. You beauty, Wasim Jr. And hit hard in the air, and this time around taken. Crucial blow. And Hussain Talat is the man. It was his 3rd wicket. He had to go after the bowler, Sohail Tanveer. Yeah, what an over from Hussain Talat under pressure. 21 was the contribution from Sohail Tanveer. It's 142 for 6. Oh, hit it very hard and flat. Even a gun feeder like Umar Amin wasn't able to stop that one. Oh, hit hard. Straight down the ground and dropped once again. That was a valiant effort, one has to admit that.
That's out of here. That's out of here. Another 6. And Tigers are very near to lifting that trophy.
Oh, what a timely hit. 19 completed. It's 160 for 6. Reverse. Tried and he's been cleaned up. Another drama, another twist. Oh, stumped. Drama continues.
And Asif Afridi giving back to the captain all the trust that Shahid Afridi had in him. He's paying it back.
If there is no ball, this game is over. It's hit in the air. It's non-consequential. The game is done, and the worthy winners, Ravlakot Hawks. Oh, they can celebrate. Oh, they handled the pressure very well. At one stage, the game was completely out of their hands, but made a comeback firstly through Shahid Afridi, then Hussain Talat contributed with 3 wickets, and that made a huge difference.
Excellent game of cricket. Both teams fought so well, but it was the Rawalakot Hawks, Shahid Afridi. You can see his team hugging him because he was injured. He still performed, got 2 important wickets, led the team while he was injured.
What a match that was. The final, Muzaffarabad Tigers falling short, managing 162 for 9. Started off so well with 46 from Zishan Ashraf, and in the middle, a good fight from Tanveer and Wasim Jr. as always. 22 of 12 wasn't enough. Got to give credit to the captain of Rawalakot Hawks, the way he used his bowlers. Shahid Afridi himself first came with a double strike in an over, 2 for 32, and then changed the game, and asking his left-arm spinner to finish it off, who bowled a brilliant last over with 2 wickets in that and giving away just 1 run. Match summary tells us Rawalakot Hawks were put into bat, managed 169 for 7, thought they were 15 or 20 short, but the bowling did the job. Muzaffarabad Tigers managing 162 for 9, losing the match by 7 runs. Hope you've enjoyed the highlights of the final of the SRG KPL. Until next time, it's goodbye.
A bit of swing. And it's dealt with. And Shahzad just used the bounce, opened the face of the bat, sliced it, and the result was even sweeter. A very nice start to the 3rd over for Rawalakot Hawks. What a stroke that was. Showed the sign, showed his ability. That's what he can do. Wasn't a bad delivery at all.
Too short, too easy.
First 6 of the tournament for Bismillah. Daniel started well with that first ball, but that one just a little bit short, dragged it in. Being in the power play, no real protection to speak about.
Smart work to retain the strike. So just a single of the last ball of the power play. It is 54 for no loss. And again, this time it's clean. This time there's no way the fielder has any chance. Back-to-back sixes for Rawalakot Hawks. No, he's still struggling. Another boundary to end the over. The length is not right. Hawks finish off 7th with 73 for none. There you go, wrist in that. This boundary is not that big. That's another 6 to start off. He's looking so good, Ahmed Shahzad.
catch it, was called, but it's gone way over the short fine leg for 4. So the boundaries, they just keep on coming. Early on in the over, the bowler under tremendous pressure. The crowd loving every minute of this here. Some action. Oh, he's gone hard. Has it gone far enough? Sure has, all the way. Another massive hit, and that moves him to 48 of 25. You saw that one. Back of a length again, and he smoked it all the way. He moves on to 48. What a beaut of a knock this has become. Outside edge, it's racing down for 4. Another boundary. This is a huge over. Flicked it short of the fielder. It's funny that as you've been in many teams over the years as I have, and 50. What a player, Shahzad. He has played beautifully this evening. Of 32 balls, what a treat it's been to watch him play here this evening. Slapped this one all the way. Another superb stroke. Powerful player, showing his class once again. Oh, what a delivery. He's knocked him over. What a beauty. Stumps out the ground, and that's the wicket they've been wanting. Brilliant breakthrough. He comes back so well, and you've got to give a lot of credit to the bowler. 15 off his first over, and he's come back beautifully.
Ahmad Bhatt showing his class. He has been superb for Peshawar Zalmi, and this time for Mirpur Royals. Just look at that. Excellent seam. Leg stump rooted. That's what you want to see as a fast bowler.
Wonderful knock comes to an end. Bismillah Khan, he's gone for 59 from 34 balls. Top knock. Hawks 124 for 1.
What a hit that was. Yet another 6 in this tournament. Yeah, he was impelled to take his chances, wasn't he? Umar Amin. 15 of the over after 13, 140 for 1. If you can't find a boundary, hit the ball in the gap. Wasn't the case. Decided to take the aerial route. The only thing missing in that stroke was the placement. Hit the ball straight to the fieldsman, who made no mistake. The Mirpur boys, Royals, can breathe now.
They certainly can. They needed this. Right now, it's only wickets which is going to stem the flow of runs. And he couldn't have picked that guy out better. Good catch. Good catch. Royals taking something good in the field at last. That's the end of Umar for 11. The Hawks 143 for 2.
That's what happens when, as a bowler, you bowl dot deliveries, you create pressure, and you can pick. A set batsman like Ahmed Shahzad, he was frustrated because he wasn't getting any help from his friends and his partners. Had to take chances. Well, he's walking back after contributing a handful.
Well bowled here as well. He's done very well not to go straight. Taken the pace off it slightly. Again, another Hawks batsman picks out the fielder. Shahzad goes for very well played. 69 or 42. The Hawks 145 for 3. And that's out. Taking us all by surprise for that moment. A bit of bounce. And these good lines and lengths being rewarded here. Another left-hander. It's been a slow start. Hasn't had much of the strike. But it's a bit of joy for the Royals. They came the first 14 overs or so, but things have changed in the last couple of overs.
A short stay for Danish Aziz. Contributed 2. It's 152 for 4 now.
In the air, he's hit it hard. The fielder's right there and won't get to it. Shahid Afridi welcomes Muzaffarabad with that big one. And he's hit that one behind the point this time around. He was again shuffling across, but it was bowled wide, just opening the face. He's got enough power on it. Hits it straight, hits it hard. No one to stop that one. That's the third big score in the over. Pressure's on. Oh, he's missed the full toss completely. You can see the gesture. He says just lost the ball somewhere.
And Salman Irshad getting the big man on his home city. He's from Kashmir, Salman Irshad, and getting the big wicket of Afridi. How big this moment is for him.
Yeah, the moment the ball hit the stumps, it was Shahid Afridi just making a gesture. He lost it somewhere. It's full toss, and he just hears the sound when the ball hits the stumps. He's like, no way. I didn't see that at all.
He was set up because the square leg fielder was inside the circle, and Afridi tried to hit it too square. Missed it completely. Afridi gone for a cameo, 16 runs. Hawks 170 for 5.
He's got bat this time. Was falling wide, but he's got a lot of it. That's what I was saying. Finish it off well, but he finishes with a 6. 184 for 5. That should be out. That's got to be out. He's missed it completely. Ehsan Raza has no doubt there. That's good bowling.
Salman Irshad getting another wicket, hailing from Kashmir. He's got the big wicket of Shahid Afridi and this time Asif Afridi. So he's got the better of both Afridis. Good slow one, rolling his fingers right in front of the wickets. That's plumb.
Yeah, that's the right idea, just taking the pace off, but you've got to be accurate as well when you try to bowl the slower ones. Asif Afridi goes for 8, it's 190 for 6. Here's the last ball for Rawalakot Hawks innings. He's completely messed it up. Just a single to end the inning, so it's 194 for 6 at the end of 20 Rawalakot Hawks after being put into bat. Some good bowling in the last 4 overs or so, where the Mirpur Royals have made a comeback and stopped them from reaching that 200 plus.
ऑब्वियसली जिसके लिए हम सब लोग इकट्ठे हुए हैं।
अदान भाई थोड़ा ना क्योंकि इनके कपड़े आउटफिट सब नए हैं, आप रिपीट कर दिया करें। हु वन द टॉस आप रिपीट कर दिया करें टॉस से खत्म होने से पहले। हाँ एक बार, क्योंकि जो है ना वो सेम है। अभी रावला हॉक्स जीता है और बॉलिंग कर रहा है ना। नहीं पूछ रहा हूं मैं। Welcome back to the Pitchside Studio. We are talking about Kingdom Valley, Kashmir Premier League Season 2. And let's have a look at the two sides. So, Jammu Jambaz, the new side, the 7 team. Let's have a look at their 11 today. And we've got some names out here. So, Sharjeel obviously will open. You got Shahid Khan Afridi. And you got Akif Javed. He's a good prospect, good left arm pacer. Usama Mir with his leg spin. You got good names. Saibzada Farhani can open. Umar Akmal is back in action. So, they are out there, Jammu Jambaz, to pack a punch. And then let's have a look at the Rawalakot Hawks, who are the champions from the first season, being led by Ahmed Shehzad, who just did the toss. You've got the wicket-keeper in Rohel Nazir. They've got some good middle-order punch with Hussain Tarat in the side, all-rounder with Ahmad Butt. And then you got Zaman Khan, the slinger, who's very popular. You got the wrist spinner for Faisal Akram. And then, of course, who will forget Mohammad Amir, the left-arm pacer. So there's some very, very good names out there. And I'll bring in Waqar Yunus over here. We talk about bowling battery available in this tournament. There are lots of bowlers to look out for, whether they are youngsters or seniors.
Look, we always produce really quality fast bowler. Darren will tell you that. But yeah, youngsters are coming through nicely, and don't forget all these leagues, especially this Kashmir Premier League. All these selectors are also watching it. So all these fast bowlers, they're going to really give their best. We have seen in PSL also that there were lots of good fast bowlers coming through. So the places are available. It's all about keep performing and keep really doing well, and I'm sure they'll do well here also.
When you really talk about winning or losing tosses, Daryl, it's really about the comfort zone rather than the conditions. When any side winning the toss says we'll chase.
Well, you're going to, in a tournament, be faced with these sorts of situations where it won't always go to waste, your way. So you need to then have the ability to be able to, whether you bowl first or bowl second. The due was a point mentioned by the captain. We've got to factor that in as well. But ultimately, you may win a game or two, but to win a tournament, you need to make sure that you've got that all-round depth, that you've got something to offer, whatever the situations offer.
But you really believe in the shortest format of the game. You really worry about that the ball will come nicely onto the bat later on. It's just 20 overs. The conditions won't really change in a span of 1.5 hours.
Look, they also think about the ball coming onto the bat nicely. If the dew comes down, of course they think about that. But it's also, they want to know the target. Once the target is in front of you and they can really play around it, they can, change the batting order also and whatever suits them at the time, what sort of run they're chasing. I think that there are a couple of things they have to consider. Maybe not in a test match cricket, maybe not in one-day cricket, but I think T20 cricket, the trend is that let's bowl first.
You see the thing, sorry if I may come in here, with bowling first, you've got a second chance, haven't you? If you bat first and you don't do well, you're essentially out of the game, particularly on these wickets. But if you don't bowl well, you've got a second chance with the bat.
Yeah. And when you're actually doing the pitch, the tricky question is, what do you say out there? What's a safe score, especially in this format? You never know. We've seen 200 being chased. We've seen 164s being very tough. But from what you saw last year, we were quite surprised. The games were a little slow earlier on, but then we saw 200 plus being chased easily.
I think once the guys sort of got into the conditions with the bat, 200, 220, 230, that was by the end of the tournament where you needed to be, which puts pressure on you batting first. Not getting there, you're going to have a tough time second time around. But a lot of skill involved. And this is why it comes down to, I think also, it's a given in terms of the runs.
Yeah.
But for me, the bowlers, and I have a belief that you win T20 cricket with 5 bowlers. They're the guys that can swing and make or lose or the game for you.
But let's hope that the pitches play the same way they played previous year, because if the pitches are good, the ball's going to fly and people are going to love it here. I know it's tough on fast bowlers or any spinners, but I feel that if the pitches are good this season also, we'll see some great games.
Well, talking about the pitch, let's go to Marina Iqbal, who was out there earlier. She'll tell us more what the strip looks like. Pitch and weather report brought to you by Golden Pearl. Husn Jana ki tareef.
Spectacular stadium right in the heart of Kashmir. I'm out here in the middle. It's a sunny day and a bit of hot. How hot? It's 28 degrees. And one thing to watch out is the humidity level, 84%. So it's going to be hot and humid for the players out here. But I've got the surface for the first game to kick off this season. Before coming to the surface, let's have a look at the layout. It's a lush green outfield here, so fielders, don't hesitate to dive. It's 68 meters all around. The groundsmen have marked it. And now, let's talk about the strip. If you have a look at it, it has a good shine on it. It's rolled really well in. And let's hear what it has to say. Yeah, it sounded pretty sweet for the batters. It's going to be almost a paradise for batting out here. They will enjoy their stroke play. Fast bowlers, I reckon, will enjoy what's served on the menu later on when there's lights on and breeze coming in. But overall, I think it's a good batting surface. Well, it's the first game of the tournament. The pressure is on, and you have no perfect idea what the power score is. In the last season, it was 160, but I reckon it's going to be higher this season. For me, win the toss, bowl first, know what your target is, and then enjoy your batting under lights in this supreme environment.
Pitch and weather report brought to you by Golden Pearl. Husn Jana ki tareef. Well, Marina said it runs our own menu right here in Kingdom Valley, Kashmir Premier League Season 2. Let's talk about the players who are participating in this tournament, their excitement and how they feel being a part of this league and, of course, this beautiful region. All that coming your way after the break.
ये बेसिकली कश्मीर के लिए एक बहुत बड़ी अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है और कश्मीर के लिहाज से अगर देखा जाए तो पहली बार ऐसी कोई चीज़ यहाँ पे हुई है
कि यहाँ पर हमारे जो KPL के मैचेस हो रहे हैं, मैचेस ने हमारे एक्साइटमेंट को ट्रिपल कर दिया।
जिस तरह लास्ट ईयर जिस वक्त सीज़न 1 अनाउंस किया था, तो लोगों के ज़हन में ये चीज़ नहीं थी कि क्या एक बड़ा इवेंट होने जा रहा है, जो कि एक इंटरनेशनल लेवल का इवेंट है। और उसके बाद लोगों की एक्सपेक्टेशंस बहुत हाई थी और वो डिमांड कर रहे थे कि सीज़न 2 हो, और आई थिंक ये एक अच्छा साइन है कि जो सीज़न 2 स्टार्ट होने जा रहा है।
कश्मीर एक जन्नत का टुकड़ा है, इसमें दुनिया देखेगी कि ये क्या चीज़ है और यहाँ पे लोग बड़ा भरपूर एक एंजॉय करेंगे।
इंशाल्लाह जाएंगे, लाइव मैच देखेंगे। हमारा तो एक ही बेस्ट प्लेयर है लाला शाहिद अफरीदी, तो हम इंशाल्लाह उसी की टीम को सपोर्ट करेंगे और वही हमारा फेवरेट खिलाड़ी है।
हम लोग दुबई से आए हैं, हमारा फर्स्ट एक्सपीरियंस होगा इस तरह की बहुत खूबसूरत जगह पे कोई भी क्रिकेट मैच देखने का।
I already knew it was like Pakistan, but it looks like Switzerland. खेलो आजादी से,
खेलो आजादी से, खेलो आजादी से।
हेलो हेयर शैम्पू प्लस कंडीशनर्स।
Meet the new you.
महंगाई के इस दौर में तेरा ट्रैक्टर हर वक्त हर जगह कैसे चल रहा है?
क्योंकि पैंथर चल रहा है।
क्या मतलब?
पैंथर लगाओ, डीजल बचाओ।
आम टायर की बनिस्बत पैंथर टायर अपनी मखसूस साख और खास डिजाइन की बदौलत दे डीजल की शानदार बचत। पैंथर लगाओ, डीजल बचाओ।
वेलकम बैक टू द पिच साइड स्टूडियो, किंगडम वैली कश्मीर प्रीमियर लीग सीजन 2 और हमारे साथ अब आ गई हैं मरीना इकबाल। मरीना, वेलकम टू द शो। अभी आपने अच्छा ठोक बजा के बताया कि पिच कैसी होने वाली है, लेकिन हमने ये बताना हम डिस्कस कर रहे थे, बड़ा मुश्किल होता है कि कौन सा स्कोर सेफ होगा, लेकिन दोनों के लिए बॉलर्स और क्या कहते हैं बैट्समैन सबके लिए कुछ है, कुछ ना कुछ ये इंपॉर्टेंट होगा ताकि एक फेयर प्ले हो थोड़ा।
बिल्कुल है, और फास्ट बॉलर्स को थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा हेल्प मिलेगा क्योंकि थोड़ा ओपन ग्राउंड है। स्विंग जो बॉलर्स करेंगे उनके लिए ज़्यादा इसमें अहमियत है। बट बैटिंग ऑब्वियसली यहाँ पे पैराडाइज, बैटिंग पैराडाइज है, तो बॉलर्स को ज़्यादा मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी सही टारगेट हिट करने के लिए।
डायरेक्टर मुझसे बार-बार कह रहे हैं प्रेडिक्शन लो, मैं पुट यू इन डीप एंड.
देखा मैं पहली दफा आया हूँ, मेरे से अभी इतनी जल्दी प्रेशर ना डालो. प्रेडिक्शन I don't know anything about 175. I think that's going to be good total.
Okay. Same 175.
Definitely has to be 175 and above, 180 probably.
चलिए, थैंक यू मरीना, थैंक यू वकार. और देखते हैं कि एक्शन कैसा होता है, बिकॉज पहला मैच तैयार है किंगडम वैली कश्मीर प्रीमियर लीग सीजन 2 का जस्ट आफ्टर दिस.
गोल्डन पर्ल ब्यूटी क्रीम, हुस्न जाना की तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं.
ऊंचा रहे सदा परचम ये अब दिखलाएंगे, सरसब्ज रहेगा तू वादा तुझसे ये निभाएंगे.
It's the Kingdom Valley Kashmir Premier League Season 2, where the reigning champions, the Ravlakot Hawks, take on the new boys, the Jammu Janbars. We're at the Zafarabad Cricket Stadium in Azad Jammu and Kashmir for season number 2 of this KPL. They've been coming in steadily to come and witness some of the past greats or current greats of Pakistan cricket, and also some who are desperate to make an impact and get a look in that international side. Alongside me, Amir Sohail, former Pakistan opening batsman. Amir, the new boys.
Yeah, looks a decent side. Got experience there. Quite a few established players there as well. Captain by Fahim Ashraf is a utility cricketer. Umar Akmal, we all know he's an explosive batsman, along with Sabzada Farhan and few others. But for me, the bowling looks thin.
And Now the reigning champions, many have said they look very, very hard to beat. What do you make of them?
Yeah, Ravlakot Hawks. Well, when you talk about their side, they've got explosive batters, they've got impact players and utility cricketers available for them. And they look very well balanced. They have a potent bowling attack. And to beat them, you really have to play well.
Well, it was the Hawks that won the toss and they decided that they would bowl first. I don't think there's any surprise there. The statistics tell you that 6 out of 10 matches played under lights here are won by the team that bat second. Daryl, you had a look at the surface out there. What do you make of it?
Not much different to last year. HD, it's virtually grassless. It's a good batting surface. You can expect runs to be scored. So it's going to be a lot of pressure on the bowlers. They're going to have to, particularly in the power play, really play a big role. But looking at these two teams and picking up on what Amir said, you've got to be back in the Hawks. You know, being past champions, having had the experience, they've got to fancy themselves not only in this match but to go through. And can they make it 2 in a row? But it's T20 cricket, isn't it? You never know. By the nature of this game, anything could happen.
Yeah, we've spoken about the pitch, but the outfield is lightning quick. As a batsman, you get huge perches. And when you look to hit the ball aerial, it travels because of the altitude.
Yeah, a little under 1,000 meters above sea level here. So the ball, once it gets aerial, well, that'll do the rest. Well, we hope for high-scoring games. There's many batters around or bowlers around the world feel that it is just a batter's game. But the skill levels, Daryl, they have to be right up there if you're going to win this competition for the bowlers.
For sure. I'm a long believer that the bowlers really are the guys who win your matches in this format. Shahjeel Khan there, he's an experienced player. So the side that's got the best balance. And where the Hawks, there's this bloke Ashif Afridi, the left-arm spinner. He defended 10 in the last over last year for the Hawks to win the match, played a very big role. So it comes back to which we know about T20 cricket, is that the spinners, left armers, a bit of variation, but particularly the ball where it's going away from the right-hander. If there is a bit of turn on offer, those are the sort of guys that teams will be looking to if they are going to do well in this tournament.
You're talking about T20 format. People say it's well suited for the batters. But one thing we have to understand, batsmen are always tempting fate. And if the bowlers are on the money and they stay one step ahead of the batsman, they have a chance to pick up wicket on every delivery. I should say that or not, Daryl?
Absolutely. The expectation of getting runs on a good wicket can often be the downfall of many a player. Again, we've got some experienced umpires in his 5th KPL match. Azab Raza. Let's not forget them. They play a critical role. And his partner this evening, Asif Yaqub. It's also his 5th KPL match, so they'll be back. And not only for umpires, the players, the umpires, it's an opportunity to get some exposure. And that's the beauty of this tournament. The exposure that it presents to emerging talent. And I hope this year that we see the local boys get a lot of cricket.
Doesn't need any introduction. Mohammad Amir, here we go. Ball number 1. No real swing to speak of.
But the line was good, and also the length. He was targeting the middle stump of the left-handed batsman. Good ploy that.
I know I'm looking at now, but didn't pick him up with that hair. It's a new look. You can't miss it on length there. Probably more so when it comes to line. You need all your skills to be in order.
That one just kept a little bit low. Well, he has to be right on the money here because Shahjeel Khan is someone who likes to take it on early. Got a strike rate of over 160 against left-arm seamers. But he really does look to find boundaries inside these power plays.
Yeah, he's lethal. Square of the wicket on either side. Likes to hang on the back foot. Favors that pull shot. Shahjeel Khan.
Well, slip didn't last very long. All of 2 deliveries. So 5 on the offside, 4 on the leg. We haven't seen any swing in the second delivery, the second delivery kept just slightly low.
That's what you get, accuracy. Once as a fast bowler, you lose a lot of pace. Accuracy becomes your focus, and that's what Mohammad Amir is looking to do. Land the ball in the right areas. He's not bowling into the pitch, he's floating the ball in the air, looking for some swing in the air. That's a good ploy.
Well, width nowadays, particularly to left-handers, just is something that shaves off stump. So need to be straight. Fortunate.
Now there was an into swing. Perhaps he just put a bit more into that. Maybe he's just holding back a little bit. Don't really, as you mentioned there, want to come in and hit this deck hard. So I wonder what's going through his mind right now. How much longer it'll take before we see the charge. Beautiful seam position, which allowed the ball just to do something. Tentative start, first game. Last year, the first game produced 175 to chase down, but as the tournament went on, we saw the batsmen really get into it and understand how the pitch plays.
Very lucky Mohammad Amir. Sharjeel missed out. He was into the stroke very quickly, way too early. The ball arriving very late. Hence, another dot delivery from Mohammad Amir. It has been a fantastic over. 5 dot deliveries from Mohammad Amir.
Just looks as though the surface lacks a little bit of pace. Down, oh, out, without facing a ball. How unfortunate that is. But the reigning champions have their first one.
Shouldn't be allowed him. Well, that's the start of his tournament. Run out at the non-striker's end. So fate favouring the bowling side right now. That's going to give us a great view. Actually went for the catch, and the result was a wicket. Up, gone for a duck. JJ. 1 down for 1.
गोल्डन पर्ल ब्यूटी क्रीम, हुस्न जाना की तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं।
ऊंचा रहे सदा परचम ये अब दिखलाएंगे, सरसब्ज रहेगा तू वादा तुझसे ये निभाएंगे।
Hello Hair Anti-Dandruff Shampoo Plus Conditioner. Meet the new you.
Sahibzada Farhan, the new man. That's not a bad average in T20 cricket. It's the strike rate that probably needs to be improved slightly, walking in at number 3. And he will have the strike because, unfortunately, it was a run-out that led to the first wicket.
Yeah, it's Zaman Khan. His talents were recognized in the first edition of KPL, and from there on he's been a well sought after fast bowler.
Yep, they're away. Runs off the bat.
And a large part of that recognition was the fact that he was very good at the death. And that action has a big role to play in that regard. We want a bit of something different in this format. Something's unpredictable. Another look at the wicket. He's gone for it. Catch, but that's the end result. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but you could say he should be in your crease, but really, honestly, it's out, it's out. I guess you've just got to put up with it, haven't you?
That'll be 4. The first boundary.
See, this is the peril with that slingy action. If the ball is released earlier, it's going to go towards the leg stump. And if it's released a little later, the fast bowler is going to push the ball outside the off stump. This time around, he released the ball early. And it was ill-directed. Batsman getting advantage of it. First boundary.
The man at deep square leg moves finer. The two men allowed out inside these first 6 overs. It's a third man and a deep square. That's a better line. Yeah, I'm with you with that runner, because the non-striker number one, he's not allowed to back up too far, otherwise he can now get, what do they call it? You can, what's the
man-caddy.
Yeah, you can get man-caddy. Then if you back up, you can get run out like that. So it really is the most unfortunate way to be dismissed.
So it becomes more impelling for the non-striker batsman to stay alert. At least keep the bat behind the body so they're able to get back to the crease. It wasn't the case on that occasion.
Gee, you drive a hard bargain. He smashed that back, Sharjeel. He's hit that back so hard. There's a reflex to try and take the catch.
This is an interesting delivery. Let's have another look at it again. That has got to him in milliseconds. He's gone for the catch. He could have been, look, Amir, I tell you, he could have been alert there. The non-striker could have been more alert there. You got to anticipate every form of dismissal, haven't you? But I think I'll go with you, HD. I reckon that was just unfortunate. Some will say it's the beauty of cricket, and there's this marveling about this game and its intricacies and what makes it unique and special. Part of the reason I came back for the KPL T was that view. Try to tell friends back home, you can't put it into words, the beauty in this part of the world. The rain in the evenings, it's a proper thunderstorm. It's quite spectacular.
Third man's come up. Nicely bowled. Got his length right there for the last delivery. Was let down by the field. End of the second. 7 for 1. 8 for 1.
Hello Hair shampoo plus conditioners.
Meet the new you.
इस दौर में तेरा ट्रैक्टर हर वक्त हर जगह कैसे चल रहा है?
क्योंकि पैंथर चल रहा है।
क्या मतलब?
पैंथर लगाओ, डीजल बचाओ।
आम टायर की बनिस्बत पैंथर टायर अपनी मखसूस साख्त और खास डिजाइन की बदौलत दे डीजल की शानदार बचत। पैंथर लगाओ, डीजल बचाओ।
Beautiful skin is always in. Golden Pearl Active Neem Face Wash. Love your skin.
Very experienced campaigners as well. Ahmed Shahzad for the Hawks, the captain, dynamic opening batsman. Sharjeel Khan at the wicket. We know how destructive he can be.
Guy I'm looking forward to seeing bowl is Asif Afridi. Played a big role in the Hawks win of the tournament last year. Very skillful, slow left-arm bowler. Not quite getting through this outfield. Perhaps the timing wasn't there. Tentative start from both teams, just feeling each other out. Now, you mentioned earlier, Amir, clearly it came back to me, this guy. That pick up over mid-wicket, the leg side, just glancing in that direction, bit of width, big cut of the ball.
Now, Mohammad Amir is not providing him with that length. He's not looking to bowl back of the length. He's looking to pitch the ball up to the batsman. That's why he has prevailed so far, Mohammad Amir. Hasn't allowed Sharjeel to take advantage.
Well, that's bowled the cutter into the wicket. Clever. Two men now back on the leg side for the left-hander. The field will change for the right-hander, but acknowledging the strength away to the leg side for the left-handed Sharjeel.
It was a brilliant idea. Once as a fast bowler, you have bowled plenty of dot deliveries. You had the batsman under pressure. Then you have two fielder at the boundary line and bowl those slower bouncer. At times, batsmen, they see the length and into the stroke early, and it produces a false stroke. He's been bowling brilliantly, Mohammad Amir, employing his experience. Width, and it's going to be 4 runs. Second boundary for Sabzada Farhan.
This wicket, just that shot highlighting again any error from the bowlers on this pitch. You're going to get punished. The sort of pitch too, you just got to get your hand through it. Foot to the ball, that's a second thought. Anything on offer, this is going to be the result. Do you have the chance to bat on this again? Ackerman, square the wicket, good. Sohail, the pickup, square drive.
That's a lovely stroke. That really is. That was timing more than brute force.
It's for the second time Mohammad Amir has bowled into the pitch, and he's been penalised with those 2 boundaries. And this one was authoritative. He was well in control. He knew where the ball is going to go. Didn't try to overhit it. Excellent. A bit of terror in that stroke. Did you spot that, HT?
Oh, you can't be critical of the delivery. He did very little wrong. He was on a good length. He was in and around off stump. Yes, the previous delivery is not ideal. There's width, but that was all about the stroke. That was a wonderful shot. Yeah, clever.
HT, you get around a bit and see a lot of T20 cricket, and Amir as well. I don't as much as you guys, but is there still an element of pacing an innings in this format? You know, I'm just the oak on the couch these days, and all you hear this chat is about boundaries. But is there still a role to be played by someone, or is it very short? Is it a matter of just reading the situation?
That'll be a wide. And a little bit of untidy work behind the stumps.
Well, the reason I raised Paul picked up the little one.
In my opinion, I still think that the better players of this format play in that manner. They do know when to stick or twist. You know, they find a couple of boundaries and then say, well, let me have a look at the fella bowling from the other end. I'm not going to just stand here and try and find 6 boundaries. I do think that the guys coming in later on that walk in at 6 and 7, their instruction for them is, look, just hit it out the ground, and if you get out, so be it. But the few that bat in the top 3, I think you need to be smart. 21 for 1.
Set and Touch Shampoo Plus Conditioners. The extraordinary touch, Set and Touch.
ऊंचा रहे सदा परचम ये अब दिखलाएंगे सरसब्ज रहेगा तू वादा तुझसे ये निभाएंगे
White, bright, spotless beauty. Golden Pearl Glow Boosting Serum.
Lovely evening. Comfort levels a lot better for the players that get to play in the evening. There are some games that will be played during the afternoon, and that'll be interesting to see how they cope. Decent start for Farhan. He's 18 off 11. He's played some delightful strokes already. Yeah, Daryl, it's interesting. I mean, I don't know what you feel about it.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. You know, when you talk about the late order batsmen come out and go after the bowlers on every delivery they face, for that, you've got to have a solid foundation. And to lay the solid foundation, you need to have dependable top order batters. who have the ability to mix those softer skills with the hard skills. And if they're able to do that, they'll be very consistent. And there are different mindset as far as the batsmen are concerned who are opening the innings in this format. Some come out with a mindset that, okay, I'm going to wait for the fast bowler. Oh, that's a nice hit. Length was provided and accepted gleefully.
The first bit of unleashing of a bit of power there. Again, not the worst of deliveries, but a great example of how true this wicket is. On a length, all he's got to do is just clear that left side, and that is a proper swing.
Yeah, to finish the point, some batters, they come out and wait for the bowlers to make a mistake and then start manoeuvring the length and the lines of the deliveries. And some batsmen, they just come out and want to dictate the terms. They take their chances.
There's two men away on that leg side, protecting that boundary. Yeah, just interesting around how a couple of boundaries, and now what we find is the fielding side they're all hugging that inner ring now. The heels are on that inner ring. So I think the real top players in this format, they identify that, and if the ball is not there to hit for four, they're able to just drop it and take a single and rotate the strike. Whereas I think some players can get caught up in that boundary hitting mode and they miss out on those singles or the odd two.
Yeah, for that, you have to have a softer grip on the bat. Once again, missed out into the stroke very early. Didn't spot that slow one from Zaman Khan.
That's proven to be very effective. I guess bowlers have a chat to each other. The captain, that gripping, slower bouncer. Batsman getting through too early. Now, the card, Afridi. There's still eyes on him. He may be sort of in the way into the twilight of his career. He's down at 6. 7, correct? 6. He tends to slide down the order. They're going well, but will he take it on?
We got one? We have. We've got our first big one. That is sweetly hit.
Good to see this again, because it looked for a moment as if he was beaten, but he stayed on the shot. No, that was just stand up, and Goodman in this format, it's a thinking man's game, but there's also room to hit straight down the ground. As good as it gets.
It was incredible, wasn't it? Not only he picked that slow delivery, he delayed his stroke and then was able to hit the ball in the air with that power. Excellent.
Wants two. Shot. Gilles going to have to get a move on, and does. So that's a big over. That's a big over for the new boys. 14 from it. 4 gone. 35 for 1.
Hello Hair shampoo plus conditioners.
Meet the new you.
मैं किस दौर में तेरा ट्रैक्टर हर वक्त हर जगह कैसे चल रहा है?
क्योंकि पैंथर चल रहा है।
क्या मतलब?
पैंथर लगाओ, डीजल बचाओ।
आम टायर की बनस्बत पैंथर टायर अपनी मखसूस साख और खास डिजाइन की बदौलत दे डीजल की शानदार बचत। पैंथर लगाओ, डीजल बचाओ।
Beautiful skin is always in. Golden Pearl Active Neem Face Wash. Love your skin.
Sharjeel yet to get off the mark. He's 0 of 8. He struggled against the left arm seam of Mohammad Amir, who has now been subsequently hooked because the right-hander got after him a little bit far on. Faisal Akram, left arm wrist spin, just 18 years of age. Has represented Pakistan at under 19 level. You come for the view, Daryl. This is what I come to see, the unearthing of wrist spinners. I just think when you come to these parts of the world, you see someone where countries like Australia and England and South Africa would have 10 of them.
I think all agents are on the edge of their seat here now. If he lands a few, picks up a few wickets at 18, well, these are the guys who are getting the money today. You're a wrist spinner, and you hit it a long way. You commanding big money in all the T20 cricket around the world. Oh, that looks promising.
Yeah, he was not afraid to toss the ball up in the air.
What do you do here? Come on, Amir. 0 from 9. What are the chances he's eyeing something up here?
He's got a boundary. He'll be relieved.
Got to get him to hit you down the ground. You want to err in terms of your length, fuller rather than short. But the margins are so small on this pitch. This will bring a bit of relief.
Now that's where he lacked the experience. Only 18 years of age. Flighted, and Sharjeel managed to hit a 6.
He's going to then look to get it fully, isn't he? But hang on, it's a good stroke. You found the boundary, but at least you're giving yourself a chance. So I wouldn't be too concerned at this stage. But he's under pressure here, the youngster. That's a Super Asia super shot.
The way he's setting up, he's not interested in anything else other than the boundary, Sharjeel.
Well, he's not going to be looking to run too quick between the wickets. He's a hefty boy, and it's hot out there.
Flat, but there is a man at long off, and he's starting to find the middle of the bat now. Ominous signs here for the reigning champions. They're being put under pressure early on.
Have recovered well after losing a batsman through a run out. In just 5 overs, they're close to 50 now.
We saw last year when you were up at about 60 odd. That was the benchmark. Sides winning.
Well, they're on track. 5 gone, 46 for 1.
गोल्डन पर्ल ब्यूटी क्रीम, हुस्न जाना की तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं।
ऊंचा रहे सदा परचम ये अब दिखलाएंगे, सरसब्ज रहेगा तू वादा तुझसे ये निभाएंगे।
Hello Hair Anti-Dandruff Shampoo Plus Conditioner. Meet the new you.
46 for 1 after 5. We've seen some shots here in the previous over by Sharjeel, just picking up on that pace. It's been quiet for a while, 11 of 13. All-rounder now being brought into the attack. Just getting a feel of what's exactly happening. Is the first game. The batters and the bowlers, everyone just trying to assess the situation, what works for them. So probably won't really blame Sharjeel to have that slow kind of stuff. That's very against his style. He's just trying to get his eye in. Goes hard at it. Thick edge, that will work in the circle. Boundary.
Well, little lucky on that occasion, Sharjeel. Thick outside edge. But there was a little bit of room for him to just free his arms, swing his arm, and that's exactly what he did. Outside the off stump, he's given everything at it. Lucky boundary, but he'll take it. We also got Nick Compton here. Nick, enjoying your time here?
Absolutely wonderful to be here. Lovely drive from Islamabad. A good 4 hours to get here and see some of the surroundings. Really a magnificent ground this is, isn't it? And cricket on show so early on.
Again, this very Sharjeel-like flat bat. Didn't quite get hold of that.
Well, after watching the first over, I never thought they'll get 50 in 5 overs because the pitch looked a little slow. Sharjeel was struggling and they did lose an early wicket. But this man, Saabzada Farhan, who's been in a great nick, had a wonderful first-class season, had a great Pakistan Cup also, is really looking good. He's knocking at the door to get selected up at the top.
Interesting just watching the contrast between these two players. Sharjeel just looks like he's wiping a few cobwebs off that bat. In no rush, but you know what the man can do.
.447 runs he scored in the national T20.
Mughal Steel, strong partnership there between Saibzada Farhan and Sharjeel. 52. He did well earlier on in the domestic season. So did Sharjeel last year's KPL, 175 strike rate. And that's why you pick these players in your squad.
I still remember when he got picked for the first time for Islamabad United back in UAE when we used to play PSL there. He had a great season there also. The late Dean Jones really loved him. He was really used to praise him a lot, used to think really highly of him. He just sort of dropped down a little bit, but he's just picking himself again. He's looking really good. He's looking fit and timing it nicely.
Nicely done. Through the line, that would be boundary.
Farhan just showing all his class, isn't he? Nice and full, hitting straight through the line of the ball. Ball's not doing much, is it? Not much swing, not much movement. Just such small margins. Gets over onto off stump. Gets in line with the ball, and that's so key when you're a batter, particularly when you're trying to play straight down the ground, is to get over, get the bowler to bowl at you. Come on, say, come on, bowl at me.
Dot ball to end the over. Power play's done. 55 for 1.
भाई किस दौर में तेरा ट्रैक्टर हर वक्त हर जगह कैसे चल रहा है?
क्योंकि पैंथर चल रहा है।
क्या मतलब?
पैंथर लगाओ, डीजल बचाओ।
आम टायर की बनिस्बत पैंथर टायर अपनी मखसूस साख और खास डिजाइन की बदौलत दे डीजल की शान।
First game of the Kingdom Valley Kashmir Premier League Season 2. That's the signal. Power play is done. Fire shows the brother. Seven boundaries, 2 sixes in that power play. And that run out as well.
Well, that's a very good power play, especially when you've lost wicket in the very first over, a maiden over, a very first one. Literally, they got 55 in 5 overs after losing a wicket in the first over.
Yeah, the power play is always an interesting one, isn't it? You can't really lose the game, but you definitely can set it up in the right way, and you'll start to think now, the players just thinking, what's a good score? We know that this Hawks has a very strong batting lineup. We know that we're going to have to get a big total.
Easy. I was expecting a little bit more swing, actually. Not much seam movement, especially when there is no real grass on the pitch. But I was expecting the ball to sort of hoover around a little bit, especially with this kind of weather. It is very huge. Yeah, he's finding his feet now. Faisal Akram struggled a little bit in the first over, but now he's just reading the batsman. He saw Sabzada come down the pitch, it dragged his length back. Fantastic talent he is.
Catching! It's high. He's put everything behind that. For a moment we thought that long on might come into play, finishing the over off with a maximum. And that's a super shot, 62 for 1.
Set and Touch Shampoo Plus Conditioners. The extraordinary touch, Set and Touch.
पूछा रहे सदा परचम ये अब दिखलाएंगे सरसब्ज रहेगा तू वादा तुझसे ये निभाएंगे
White, bright, spotless beauty. Golden Pearl Glow Boosting Serum.
Muzaffarabad Cricket Stadium, people coming in numbers, families, kids. It's a big occasion for them, and they've been waiting for the second season. Kingdom Valley, Kashmir Premier League, Season 2. Ahmad Butt will continue from the far end. Now they're picking up pace. Just joined us, the Rawalakot Hawks. They've decided to bowl first after they won the toss. Jammu Jambaz into the tournament for the first time. That's the addition, the 7th team. And Shergill, the usual, is eyeing the onside.
One of the first singles we've seen from Shergill. Doesn't love to run the singles. He's always looking for those boundaries, and we've seen a couple of them already, but he's got through the power play, 18 of 17, so feeling his way into the game, and he'll want to make this one count, particularly in this first game. Ably supported by Farhan, who's been in sublime touch so far.
Previous tournament, Sahibzada Farhan hit 3 sixes in the whole tournament. This time around, he's already got 2. But a different number that he was batting on. He's been given the opportunity to open now. Take this back in time. Opening with Luke Ronke back then.
So how about that 6 of the last ball of the previous, although the ball sort of just spun away from him, he reached for it, and when you're in such a good form, that's what happens. Although he just hit it toe end of the bat, because he's such a strong kid, this Sahibzada Farhan just cleared the boundary, which is 68 meters, I've been told, quite comfortably.
That's good. Try to stay away from that bat as far as possible, especially in that hip zone. That's his zone. He'll hit you all day long behind the square on the onside. So the idea is right. Slow it down. Keep it as wide as possible.
Where is Shergill in his career, Waqar? Is he trying to get back into the Pakistan team? Is that a realistic option for him?
Well, the doors are open. All you got to do is just perform and be fit and show the selectors that you're still good enough, and he's showing it quite nicely. That one hit really hard, and it didn't really go up that much, just went flat and far. And that's what he needs to do to get back into the Pakistan squad. He needs to definitely work on his fitness and, of course, hit those boundaries.
Yeah, well, the big man, he doesn't hold back on this one, does he? Eyes light up. Look at him. Anything with a bit of width just gets those arms through it. And, yeah, power's not an issue, is it? Can he stay fit? Can he pick the right delivery? Pressure back on the bowling team now. Sharjil's going 24 now from 19.
That's the area. He usually would play it in the air when you ball him there. How good was that shot? It's slightly fuller the previous delivery. Just went at it and swing of the bat. That's his arc, his zone.
Well, don't give Sharjil delivery which is outside the off stump and fuller, because that's what he's looking for. He plants his front leg well before the ball's delivered, and then he sort of swings it really hard. He's a strong man. Ahmad knows that he made a mistake of giving him a pace.
Nicely done. Saw him coming down, dropping it short. 8 gone, 71 for 1.
Hello Hair Shampoo Plus Conditioners.
Meet the new you.
They're keeping up with that run rate, trying to keep it around 9.5, 10. They've done well, started slow. Some big overs in there as well. 71 for 1 after being asked to bat first, and Faisal is going to continue with his third.
Yeah, I think it's great that they've kept up with the youngster, Faisal Akram. He's made a good start, one would say. A couple of loose deliveries, but he's only young. Great seeing left arm unorthodox bowling here. Just don't see many of them in international cricket anymore.
You talk about players like Sharjil, you think of someone like Andre Russell, Chris Gales, who are about a lot of power. Their reach is good. So where do you exactly bowl at them? Sometimes you feel that the pitch and the conditions is completely out of the equation. That's gone all the way. That's what we're talking about. The power, sheer power. Even half a hit remains hit.
Well, he struggled in the first couple of overs, Sharjil Khan, but he's definitely finding his feet. He's very comfortable coming down the pitch. We saw in the previous over against the Pacers, he doesn't mind just going and hitting over the top, and this is a beautiful hit. Super Asia, super shot.
Yeah, really testing for the young man. Can he get it back up there again? Can he pitch it up? Get him to come again. We're talking about where to bowl to the likes of Sharjil and Gale, and I think there isn't an answer apart from do your best to get them off strike.
Yeah, don't bowl. Don't bowl at them. That's the best way to go, I guess, because when they are in form, I tell you, it's very difficult, and especially in this format with flat pitches. If you're a bowler and you got stuck against these guys, Sharjils, Gales, and Russells, you don't know. Really, you get really confused. You don't know how to go about things. You don't know where to bowl. because these guys are really good.
Gets away with that. 9 gone, 81 for 1.
Golden Pearl perfumed body spray.
खुशबू खींच लाए पास
ऊंचा रहे सदा परचम ये अब दिखलाएंगे सरसब्ज रहेगा तू वादा तुझसे ये निभाएंगे
White, bright, spotless beauty. Golden Pearl Glow Boosting Serum.
Back at the Muzaffarabad Cricket Stadium, live with the first game. Rablakot Hawks versus Jammu Jambaz. Being asked to bat first, 81 for 1.
I have to say, things are quite well placed at the moment, quite well poised. Both teams not really grabbing the ascendancy at this stage, feeling each other out a little bit, setting up a bit of a platform. Jammu Jambaz, they'll be eyeing up that stage now.
Mughal Steel, strong partnership, 81 of 50. It's quite strange in T20s, you feel that the fielding captain doesn't want to persist with one kind of bowling, but he's continuing with Faisal Akram and Ahmad Butt. And though he has options available, it seems like he's happy with the way things are going.
Building up a really good partnership here, Jammu. Very strong batting lineup. Rablakot Hawks, Ahmed Shahzad, Bismillah Khan, Royal Nazir, who's doing really well. Asif Afridi was there. I just saw his name in this picture there. He hasn't been brought in so far. That's really surprised me. Hussain Tallat is another one. They're going 9 and over, so they've got to really bring in new faces, just bring the most experienced one. I think Asif Afridi is one bowler who's really also knocking at the door to play at the top.
Yeah, he's a guy who took 12 wickets in KPL 1. So obviously he knows what he's doing. He's an experienced campaigner. You want to give them a taste of the action early on. Don't want to leave them out there too long. Finally it comes up to short fine.
Well, he's struggling every time the faster bowlers has really bowled slowly, or he bowled into the pitch, or he bowled a cutter. Struggles to pick the length or pick the pace. There's a few times you've seen Shurjeel getting hit on the legs or even on the chest a little bit. So that's the way to go, I guess. Just keep bowling those into the pitch deliveries.
Yeah, I like the field they've got now. 3 men on the leg side. Mid-off goes back, changing up his pace nicely, cramping him.
Oh, no, in the slot. And he'll hit you all night long.
Well, you can have all the men you want back when you hit it like that and you strike it with that sort of force. You're fetching it from the boundary. Brilliant shot from Shurjeel. Let's have a look again. Big high backlift, strong base. And out of the ground it goes.
Well, the previous KPL we saw early in the tournament, not many big runs were scored, but I can tell you in this game we are straight away seeing that there might be a big total on the card into the 10th over, 90 or 88 for one. So looking at 180, 190, maybe 200 if Sharjeel stays there for long enough. Even Sabzada Farhan.
Oh, he almost took the ball away with it. Boundary to end the over halfway through. 92 for one.
Hello Hair Shampoo Plus Conditioners.
Meet the new you.
इस दौर में तेरा ट्रैक्टर हर वक्त हर जगह कैसे चल रहा है?
क्योंकि पैंथर चल रहा है।
क्या मतलब?
पैंथर लगाओ, डीजल बचाओ।
आम टायर की बनिस्बत पैंथर टायर अपनी मखसूस साख और खास डिजाइन की बदौलत दे डीजल की शानदार बचत। पैंथर लगाओ, डीजल बचाओ।
Beautiful skin is always in. Golden Pearl Active Neem Face Wash. Love your skin.
This partnership is a real good one. Right, 92 for one after 10. This is the perfect platform for Jammu Janbaz. Marina, for the first time today, your pitch report, you said you didn't think that 160 would be enough looking at that surface. You're proving to be correct.
Well, I'm fairly correct in my pitch reports. It looked like a pretty decent stuff to me, and yes, initial jolts were there, but now when Sharjeel and Farhan are finding that time, you can see the ball traveling.
Oh, this stroke to end the final over was an absolute beauty. From the batting perspective, from a bowler, well, I think he's just happy to be alive.
That was literally a death sentence for Ahmad Butt. You know, Sharjeel can hit it really hard when he founds that spot.
He just stands and waits and waits. He's targeted his areas. He knows where he wants to hit the ball. So it's just waiting for it to be in his area, and then he looks for big ones. He wants maximum, Sharjeel. Somewhere they probably can look to improve, the Hawks. They've just let themselves down a little bit on the odd occasion in the field. These tournaments, they don't go ahead without sponsors, and Super Asia is one of those, one of the leading electronic companies.
It's well bowled. Asif Afridi, as I mentioned earlier, was very influential in the Hawks' success last year. Very smart bowler, good variation in his pace. Hawks need a wicket here. JJ, very well placed. End of the 11th, 95, 96 for one.
इस दौर में तेरा ट्रैक्टर हर वक्त हर जगह कैसे चल रहा है?
क्योंकि पैंथर चल रहा है।
क्या मतलब?
पैंथर लगाओ, डीजल बचाओ।
आम टायर की बनिस्बत पैंथर टायर अपनी मखसूस साख और खास डिजाइन की बदौलत दे डीजल की शानदार बचत। पैंथर लगाओ, डीजल बचाओ।
Golden Pearl perfumed body spray.
खुशबू खींच लाए पास।
Well, there was no surprise when the toss was won and the decision was for the Hawks to have a bowl first, but I think that they would have hoped to have kept the new boys a little under where they are. They've really played well, these two, in this partnership. But Darryl, your feeling is that they need to be touching somewhere around 200. You're that confident about this surface?
Yes, first game last year was 175, but I think 174 and they won, but I can't see that being the case here. We'll get back to pretty quickly where we were. Sides were winning, we're getting 200, 220 plus. That was being chased down in a few matches. I think it'll be the case here this evening. They're going to have to push, I think, beyond 200, but then it's not a given. The Hawks captain mentioned at the toss that we can expect some dew, and that can play a big role. So then it pushes the thoughts even further to something that's beyond